What is that one skill जो लॉ कॉलेज में नहीं सिखाया जाता बट इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंडियन कोर्ट्स? मेरा बैकग्राउंड भी लॉ का है. आई स्टडीड लॉ फॉर 1 year एंड देन आई ड्रॉप्ड आउट. बट मेरे जो सीनियर्स थे, दे यूज्ड टू डू मूड कोर्ट्स एंड वी यूज्ड टू टॉक, एंड व्हेन दे स्टार्टेड प्रैक्टिसिंग तो मेरी तो फील्ड चेंज हो गई थी. बट उनसे जब बात करता था तो वो बोलते थे यार बहुत डिफरेंस है. बट व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू आस्क देम, वो समझा नहीं पाते थे कि लॉ कॉलेज में ऐसा क्या जो प्रैक्टिसिंग में नहीं. दे ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू बी लाइक, अरे अलग है भाई, तू नहीं समझेगा, यहाँ की चीज़ें अलग है, तूने कॉलेज कंप्लीट करता तो पता होता. तो टेल मी द मेजर 5 मेजर डिफरेंसेस या फिर 5 मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स जो कि एक लॉ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट फेस करता है व्हेन ही एंटर्स द वर्ल्ड ऑफ लॉ.
I would rather put it when a student enters or becomes a lawyer.
Right.
The 5 things, major things that he may face from my personal experiences.
Right.
I think the most important thing that needs to be taught in a law school is patience. And I am talking as a lawyer who is practicing in the courts, not as an in-house counsel, not as a lawyer who is working in a law firm. Things may differ there, but specifically as a lawyer who is going to the courts on a daily basis, मेरे हिसाब से पेशेंस सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है जो एक स्टूडेंट को सिखाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड बिकॉज दिस प्रोफेशन डिमांड्स you to be patient and calm and stick to your work. Initial days में शायद आपको कोर्ट्स में अपीयर होने को भी नहीं मिलेगा. Maybe.
Why is that?
Because you are not experienced. A lawyer grows with experience. And initial days में I remember that I would be going to the courts to seek a passover or an adjournment. I would not get serious cases to argue. And that will not happen because I do not have that experience, that expertise to kind of mold my arguments at situations where the court may put a question for which I'm not prepared. And this all these things comes with some sort of an experience. So I think patient hona bahut zaruri hai is profession mein. Secondly, if you are into court practice, if you are going frequently to the courts and you are arguing counsel or you wish to become an arguing counsel, I think you need to stay grounded in this profession. That's very, very important. And that's from my experience, I'm saying again, आपको हर तरीके के केसेस को हैंडल करना आना चाहिए. I would quote the great Ram Jethmalani in this. Once I was attending his lecture and he once happened to say this, and this actually touched me, and I have kept it as a mool mantra in my whatever little growth I have had in this profession, is that no court is too small and no case is too big. And you can put it vice versa actually. No court is too big and no case is too small. And why I say so is because there will be times as a lawyer when you are fresh into this profession. Of course, because you are young and you are new in this profession, you may not be getting that amount of fees which you can demand maybe 10-20 years later. So there will be cases where you may have to do it pro bono. And by pro bono, I mean not charging any fees, or maybe a very nominal fees.
Could you, in one line, explain for our viewers what is pro bono?
Pro bono is something which a person does free of cost for a person who is, for a client who is from the financially weaker section.
So is there a government regulation?
No, there is no regulation. There is no regulation as such. No, there is no regulation as such. But as a lawyer, my father used to say this often, and he said that, as lawyers, a client would come to you when that person is in distress. जब वो कोई मुसीबत में होता है, या फिर उसके साथ या तो उसने कोई क्राइम किया हो या कोई गलत किया हो या फिर उसके साथ कुछ गलत हुआ हो, तब भी मुसीबत में दोनों टाइम पे आता है. And that time, whatever fees you charge, you end up charging a lot of negative negative emotion is attached to it. A person would not want to go to the courts and fight a battle with another person. So the money you make, how do you make it good? How do you make it into a positive energy? And that's why doing a lot of pro bono work to help people who are probably from the weaker sections. And as a practice, I do adopt this.
Mm-hmm.
In that few cases, I would definitely do pro bono or charge a very nominal fees, which is nothing for me. It's like peanuts for me.
But uska
But for
self-respect,
for the
रहता है.
client, it is something which is huge.
Hmm.
For example, Supreme Court में आने के लिए a normal client would have to shell a lot of money.
Hmm.
But there will be instances when a client would come with from a very weak financial background. And for that, you may not charge that person that much. Or you may do it for free.
Hmm.
We have legal aid clinics set up in different courts.
Okay.
The clients can definitely reach out to the legal aid sections of those. Every court has a legal aid, right from the district court till the Supreme Court.
Hmm.
So that is another way that the courts provide you pro bono services.
Hmm.
And so that nobody goes like what you asked me previously. Nobody goes to the court without getting defended.
Right.
But at the same time, as a lawyer also, I think it's a duty and a responsibility for every lawyer to help people from the financial weaker sections
Mm-hmm.
of the society.
Hmm.
So I think staying grounded is, and coming back to the question, staying grounded is extremely important because when you are a fresh lawyer, fresh law graduate, you might meet clients who are not able to get the kind of lawyers that they are expecting to because of the financial constraints.
Hmm.
And उन situations में आप उनको help कर सकते हैं.
Hmm.
And that can only happen if you are grounded. If you are grounded to the reality कि everybody cannot shell out lakhs and lakhs of rupees to fight their case. There will be people in the society who do not have any source of income. And maybe those cases will teach you the maximum.
Hmm.
And I've had a personal experience where I have done cases where the case was so tricky, but the client was extremely poor.
Give us an example.
I would not, because the financial constraint that person faced and was situational.
Okay.
Because he was once a very reputed builder
Okay.
from the real estate industry. I would not like to name him.
Mm-hmm.
And that person had multiple litigations.
Okay.
And it was a kind of a riches to rags story.
Mm-hmm.
So he had multiple matters, multiple cases, starting from a check bounce case to FIRs, to civil cases, civil suits for recovery, to winding up petitions. That time we had winding up, abhi insolvency and bankruptcy code aa chuka hai.
Mm-hmm.
So उस टाइम वाइंडिंग अप petitions बहुत फाइल होते थे. उसकी कंपनी के वाइंडिंग अप के लिए केसेस फाइल हो रहे थे.
Okay.
And they did not have the kind of financial backing
Mm-hmm.
that would require them to sustain all these cases. But I saw it as an opportunity because I felt that no, this will teach me a lot. And I was fresh into this profession. 3 या 4 साल हुए थे मुझे. So I took up those cases, and actually with the research, while facing the courts, the judges, I ended up learning a lot, which in turn helped me grow as a lawyer.
Okay.
So staying grounded is one very important quality which needs to be taught in a law school.
Other 3?
Third, I would say is, I think, more practical based education in law schools.
Hmm.
And it is not, if you see nowadays on OTT platforms, there are a lot of series based on a lawyer's life.
Hmm.
And sometimes you see a lot of, drama and things that actually never happen in the courts. So it is important that a law school teaches a student a more practical based education is followed in the law schools, like what actually happens in the courts.
Hmm.
And that helps you because everybody would not be doing a moot court.
Right.
And moot courts are something which, we have rounds.
Moot courts are not compulsory, they are optional.
They are compulsory. But when you go to represent your college,
right.
Suppose a law college in a batch has 150 odd students. Not everybody would get an opportunity to go and moot and or participate in a moot court competition. And those things can only happen when you have a more practical based knowledge. For those students, especially who are not able to crack those moot courts, they get to travel to the district courts, more importantly, because district courts is the original site practice. Original site का मतलब ये होता है कि जहाँ पे cases the origin of the case,
अच्छा,
जहाँ से originate करता है. So it's important that a law student is taught that it is not only about practicing in the high courts or the Supreme Courts. The real cases are also fought in the district courts where the trial happens. So a more practical based education system should be implemented in law schools. And I think that will help in turn a budding law student to understand the nitty-gritties of this profession.
Right.
Fourth, I think I've used 3 of them. Now, fourth, I would say it's actually difficult to remember to actually think about 5 things that needs to be taught in law school. I think, confine it to 3.
Okay,
These
perfect.
three.
These 3 are pretty good.
Yes.